Maybe you have the radio playing and you're listening to the talk radio and you hear advertisements. Think about driving down the road and the billboards on either side of your car. We as human beings are bombarded with hundreds, if not thousands of messages a day. And even if we aren't conscious of what those messages are saying, our brain is decoding each and every one. So what about those messages persuades us to take action? And that's what we're going to explore today. So often we talk about effective communication, but to be honest, and here's a trade secret, communication is always flawed. That doesn't mean, though, that there aren't things that we can do, tools, tactics, and behaviors that we can engage in to make communication more successful. You can study for years, you can read all the textbooks, become a subject matter expert, but I'm here to tell you, until you understand the human element, the people within an organization and their behaviors, your success will always be limited. Our brains are inundated with millions of messages each and every day. There's no possible way for your brain to decode and really think about each and every one. So instead, we come up with if-then statements that we're not even aware of. These if-then statements is where persuasion and persuasive messaging really can influence change. The goal of transformational leadership is to empower those within your organization to be better and become leaders in their own right. Humans are storytelling animals. For as long as we've been able to be in groups and communicate with one another, we have done so through stories. From fairy tales that we tell our children in order to pass on moral or ethical situations and lessons, to telling jokes to your coworkers to build a rapport. The use of storytelling infiltrates every aspect of our lives. So, if that's the case, what kind of story are you telling? For many people, persuasion is a dirty word. They think about it more in terms of manipulation, which is the unethical use of persuasion, than the great benefits that can come from practicing influence. With persuasion and good ethical persuasion, we can influence those around us to make healthier decisions, to make better behavioral choices, and to institute the change that we want to see in the world. If you have opened a leadership development book in the last 20, even 30 years, you know that there are numerous different types of leadership styles. However, transformational leadership is one of the few that focuses on creating an environment and a culture in which those within the organization are empowered to become leaders in their own right. Many people believe that charisma is an inherent characteristic. You either have it or you don't. You were born with it. However, the concept of charisma is really about getting people to like you. And liking is something that you can develop. It is an influence tool that you can use to create rapport and have better relationships, networks, and communication with the people around you.